Hi guys, welcome. So I hope we are all doing well. And now in this video we are going to learn about something about the vicious cycle of birth, that samsara. And before I tell you to watch this video, observe without judging and do not believe me, know it for yourself and try to understand, but really try not to understand. Okay, let's start. So I'll get to the point directly. So we come here and we have this vicious cycle of birth, that because of our hidden desires and because we are attached and we have attached ourselves with ego, the false self, which I tell you. So when you are attached with yourself, when you are like, this is me, my, when you're attached, this is, I am a doctor, I am this. When you have attached yourself with the ego, you repeat it again, because we have this desires, hidden desires, which needs to be completed, right? And whatever you asked, it's already yours, but it's not given at this time. So you might need a different body for that. It's like, I'll give an example, right? I have this desire to fly with the clouds or touch the clouds, but since I'm here, I can do nothing, right? But maybe in the next life I'll be a bird and then I can fly with the clouds, even sing with them. You might not just be human, you might be a different species, because you have this hidden desire inside of you. And then when you're a bird, you might want to be a human, and when you're a human, you might want to be a dog, and when you're a dog, you might want to be a cat, and the cycle goes on. So like I say, to break a pattern, you have to respond differently. That's why renunciation of vairagya is important. Now here's the tricky part. See, action in action in action and inaction in action is very important. It doesn't mean, when I say detachment, vairagya, or renunciation, it doesn't mean you should go to the mountain, you should meditate waiting for God to come, and then you're like, yeah, now I'm free. No, the real truth is you're already free. And people can't accept that, is because we are all we like the illusion of lies, the mixture of lies. When somebody tells you the truth directly, you're like, this is the truth. And when somebody, they like playfully tells it, this happened, and that, and you tend to believe that, because we don't directly like the truth. And that is our human nature. That is what ego likes. Ego is very doubtful, right? So now I get to the point. It's not going to the mountains. That might be a spiritual part. You see, we all have our different paths in life, spiritually or whatever. If I'm talking spiritually. So this path might not be for you. This path might not be for you. Or this, whatever. And you have to find it. Now, when you understand that you are free, and when you know which path to take, it won't waste your time. If you know in this life that this is my path to take, then you won't waste your time on going on this path, coming back, this path, coming back, this path. No, you'll go directly onto this path. You'll go so into that path that you become the path itself. That's why it is said that truth is a pathless land. And you are the truth itself, absolute truth, beyond the observant, the one which observe. There are layers of yourself, and the final layer, there's no doer actually. I'm sorry I went into Advaita. So you see, my point of this karmic birth, death and all is because of the hidden desires and ego which is inside of them. And only when you know how to be detached from those things, then you're free. Like in Bhagavad Gita, it says that those who see, Krishna says that those who see action in action, and in action, that yogi is free. Now, what does he mean is that, you see, according to those ancient texts, we have this belief system that we generate karma only when we're doing physical things. And it applies to non-physical things, to just like thoughts which are inner things. Like, everybody tells you to be present, but no one tells you why should you be present, right? So you should be present, because when you are in the present state you are not affected by karma, because when you're thinking about things you are still generating karma, which is when you're dwelling on the past or thinking about future what might happen in the future, you are still generating karma. It's not only action, it's inaction too. That's why you have to strike the balance of both. This nature, this maya, this illusionary life is all about balance. When you have this perfect ding balance, then you'll realize, oh yeah, that's what's happening. So it doesn't mean you should go to the mountain and meditate. If that is on your path, then please do it. But then for most of us, 99% of us, we can still understand and beyond spiritual part, do our kriyas and sadhanas every day while still doing our jobs and all. What we need to do is we should not be attached to those things. We should know how to be detached from those things, and that is your place to find. Now I've told you everything. It's like bringing a horse to a water to drink the pond, and drinking part is yours. You have to find how to detach yourself. You have to find how you are practicing detachment. There are many methods. You can google it, you can try it for yourself. But then my path is different, your path is different, and your way of detaching and my way of detaching might be different. Even this, when I'm talking you and I as in different, even though you, whoever you're watching, and me, we are all same, the compound. But since we exist in a different body and we have different paths to reach at the same goal or the same sea, you have to find your way. So to break this cycle, you have to respond differently. You have to stop having those vicious desires, those deep desires about that, and that is gonna keep you this repeated cycle. So yes, you're already free, and your ego and your desires and your false self is keeping you on this samsara. Now another thing about ego is that without ego we cease to exist. Yes, it is. Without ego we cease to exist. But try to understand your ego and be playful with it. That's why it's called your ego, not you ego. I'll say it again. That's why it's called your ego, not you ego. And then we should not identify with it. We can see it, observe it, understand it. Okay, this is ego, not be identified. It's like, this is me, this is my, I'm doing this, me, my, whatever. When it comes to identification, don't do it. This is the tricky path. This is the path of Maya. This is the process of Leela. This is how it is. And I wish I could explain more beautifully, but like I said, be aware of it and you'll know it for yourself. What I say would not matter when you experience this for yourself, when you see and experience reality for yourself. None of the things that I say will ever matter. So that is why what I'm saying is just giving you, showing you the door, which door you should take, which path you should take, and what is it, as verbally as I could put into words, right? But you have to experience it yourself. That's why spirituality is all about experience. Knowledge is nothing. And it's all about the art of letting go. Let go. The more you know, if you know one, you have to let go too. You have to let go, because when you don't let go, you kind of build this sense of attachment to that thing, process, or people, or whatever you're doing. That is why letting go is very, very, very important. I think I've all covered up what I wanted to say in this video. I hope you understand this. I hope you dwell onto this. I hope you are very aware of what you speak, what you're feeling, your emotions and your desires. And I hope you strike the balance of them both. And I hope we all, you, me, go and become what we were meant to be and experience the reality. Aham Brahmasmi. Tattva, guys. Take care of your mental health, and don't forget to smile, be happy, spread love, and love. Bye-bye.